Under the bright lights and electric atmosphere, Naoya Inoue made his walk to the ring like a man on a mission. The undefeated Japanese superstar, known as the Monster, brought with him not just titles and accolades, but an aura of devastation built on years of dominant performances. Across the ring stood Ramon Cardenas, a gritty and determined contender who had carved his way into this opportunity with skill, hunger, and belief. The moment the bell rang, both men stood center ring, eyes locked, each calculating their first move in this high-stakes battle. Inoue started with his trademark patience, studying Cardenas like a predator. The jab was the first weapon fired, crisp, fast, and sharp. Cardenas responded in kind, trying to gauge the timing, looking to work angles and find openings. But Inoue's footwork was already controlling the tempo. The Japanese champion stalked without rushing, cutting off the ring in small, subtle steps. He jabbed to the head and occasionally down to the body, testing Cardenas's guard and reactions. Cardenas stayed composed early, trying not to get overwhelmed by the moment or the speed of his opponent. He threw combinations in bursts, looking to catch Inoue off balance or on the retreat, but Inoue never retreated. He parried shots with small movements, rolling under punches, and countering with sniper-like precision. In one exchange, Inoue slipped a left hook and immediately countered with a right cross that snapped Cardenas's head back and drew a reaction from the crowd. As the first round wore on, Inoue increased the intensity. His combinations flowed with frightening accuracy. A left hook to the liver followed by an uppercut on the inside made Cardenas wince momentarily. Inoue noticed and targeted the body again, launching hooks underneath Cardenas's elbows, making each second in close quarters a nightmare. By the time the round ended, Cardenas had survived, but he'd already been touched by Inoue's speed and power in ways that would alter his approach going forward. In the second round, Cardenas tried to establish more movement, circling more to his right, away from Inoue's right hand. He looked to stay unpredictable, flicking jabs and hoping to keep Inoue from setting his feet. But Inoue adjusted effortlessly. He slipped outside jabs and countered with looping rights. A sharp left hook caught Cardenas flush and forced him to reset his stance. Inoue, always reading, began walking him down again, more aggressively now. The pace picked up. Inoue threw a lightning-fast three-punch combination upstairs, jab, right cross, left hook, that rocked Cardenas back against the ropes. The challenger covered up, weathering the storm, but Inoue smelled blood. He launched a flurry to the body and head, and just when it looked like Cardenas might fold, he clinched. The referee broke them up, but the crowd had already been ignited. Inoue was showing exactly why he's considered one of the most dangerous pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Round 3 opened with Cardenas coming forward more aggressively, perhaps trying to flip the momentum. He landed a decent right hand to Inoue's chin early, one of his best punches of the fight. It caught Inoue's attention but didn't shake him. Instead, it triggered another level of focus. Inoue's response was cold and calculated. He feinted, baited a reaction, and cracked Cardenas with a thudding right hand over the top. Moments later, a crisp uppercut split Cardenas's guard and snapped his head back again. Inoue's mastery of range was on full display. He could explode forward with a 1-2 and be out of range before Cardenas could counter. The challenger kept throwing, kept trying, but nothing landed clean, and he paid for every miss. Midway through the round, Inoue cornered him and uncorked. A savage left to the body that had a delayed effect. Cardenas's knees buckled a moment later, and Inoue jumped in with a hook upstairs that nearly floored him. The referee gave Cardenas a close look, but the challenger raised his gloves, signaling he was still in it. He survived the round, but the damage was mounting fast. In the fourth, Inoue continued to dissect his opponent. His rhythm was a symphony of timing and violence. Cardenas, while still brave, had no answers. He absorbed shots high and low, each punch increasingly sapping his energy. A perfectly placed left to the ribs made him double over, and Inoue seized the moment, smashing a right hand across the jaw that dropped Cardenas to the canvas. The referee began the count as Cardenas, visibly hurt, tried to compose himself. He beat the count at 8, but his legs were shaky, and his eyes showed the kind of fatigue and pain that only Inoue's precision could cause. The crowd roared, sensing the end was near. Inoue came in, patient but deadly, picking his shots with surgical precision. A brutal right cross followed by a lightning-fast left hook forced the referee to step in and wave it off. It was a stunning finish, one that encapsulated everything Naoya Inoue represents in the sport: power, accuracy, composure, and killer instinct. Ramon Cardenas gave heart, showed grit, and never stopped trying. But Inoue's class was simply on another level. From the opening bell, he dictated everything: range, pace, and impact. Every punch had purpose. Every movement was calculated. It was less a fight and more a showcase of one man's elite capabilities against a very game but outgunned opponent. Inoue raised his gloves in quiet triumph, not one for excessive celebration but knowing he had just delivered another clinical performance. The crowd, some stunned, others cheering wildly, had witnessed what they came for: a display of boxing brilliance. For Cardenas, it was a hard lesson on the level required to compete with the best, but his toughness and determination earned him respect from everyone watching. As the replays rolled on the screen, the knockdown was shown in slow motion: the body shot, the delayed reaction, the precise follow-up. It wasn't just violence, it was artistry. Inoue's ability to mix speed, angles, and power left analysts praising him again as one of boxing's rare generational talents. With every fight, he seems to grow sharper, more dangerous, and more untouchable. This win not only cemented Inoue's reign in his division, but it also sent a clear message to any future challengers. Stepping into the ring with Naoya Inoue